Welcome everybody to HeflaTV's transition from night shift to morning shift. This is of course Join Dota League Season 3 Kiilstofte versus Flip.Sid3 tactics in the American Division 2, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, I have no insight about those two teams. All I know that I've heard the name Flip.Sid3 in the European scene at least, and they're tagged up nicely for us, so that's always a bonus. But I'm not alone, as with me is HeflaTV.
Hello.
So, I know you're answering the questions about who to bet on as Flip.Sid3.
Yeah, Flip.Sid3 is my favorite here, just because they're more known. I know 3 of them, and they also got their server request through, which means they will play with a decent ping. It's a mixed team, but let's see. I mean, I've seen them last season, and I've seen them in other tournaments, here and there playing. Never really like exceptional, but decent. And for the other team, Klims, completely new to me. So everything I guess right now is just based on what I've seen from Flip.Sid3 in the past. Maybe Klims is, I don't know, the new game changer here. Maybe they're super amazing with proper execution and awesome drafts. Maybe I just misled all the people and they're totally wrong with their bets, but who knows. Either way, my favorite is Flip.Sid3, but of course Dota consists of at least 60-70% draft and the rest is execution and a bit RNG. So let's see how the draft is going.
Yeah, the bans are just 100% standard. So either those teams don't have like any crazy insight about each other, or they just don't go for super crazy drafts. Although I'm still just hoping for like Necrophos, Huskar, what have you, Medusas.
No, we're not casting the Balkan Bears here. No. It's just Balkan Bears that come up with crazy stuff.
Well, Flip.Sid3, they do grab their hands on the Shadow Shaman.
Which is an obvious one.
Yeah.
Maybe not the first pick material, but saving him if you want to go for a pushing strat. But then I don't know, that might mean now that Klims is either securing some of the push for themselves, like a Death Prophet, or in the second ban stage we're gonna see massive push bans, like Death Prophet, for example, the Nature's Prophet maybe coming out, maybe 1 or 2 of the junglers getting banned. But then again, the problem is the current meta has so many awesome pushers that, yeah, you can pick a lot of things anyway when you really want to go for a Death Ball strat.
Yeah, it is just so extremely hard to stop it, and Skyraf Mage, of course, doesn't really stop a push either because it doesn't have any counter push, but he's really good in just creating space early on the map and pressuring the enemy with just some good rotations. And what's just the second pick gonna be? Tidehunter is available if they want to go for that, I guess.
It could be, yeah, it could
Viper.
be everything. But yeah, the Tidehunter would be actually a nice guess, because the Tidehunter is, yeah, like if you don't pick him in those first 2 picks, then it's definitely a ban in the next one. And yeah, it is Tidehunter.
Yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer as well. There are just a certain handful of heroes that at least 80 to 90% of the teams just go for.
Yeah, but maybe now we see our Death Prophet. That might as well happen. Like Flip.Sid3 securing 2 pushes here, that would also be amazing. And then with the Death Prophet, and I mean with the Exorcism plus the Mass Serpent Wards, that's already quite sick. And around that you can pretty much base the entire draft. So let's see if it's coming out, or maybe we have something more substantial, a Meteoro, a core, maybe another support they want to secure. I mean, right now they have to deal with the Skyraf Mage, so they can't really base their draft around one hero with a significant ultimate. Like if the Skyraf Mage, for example, would be against the Tidehunter, then yeah, you have the seal on a Tidehunter, and he would be nuked out. The Void is already down, so that's, yeah, one upside, as well as the Doom. And those 2 bans actually make me a bit suspicious, because Flip.Sid3, I don't know, maybe they want to get something themselves that might be interesting, as in a hero that is really reliant on the ultimate or on spells at all. I don't know, Ember Spirit, something like that. But look, they take their time. Like 40 seconds almost down plus the regular time. They're considering all their options. This is just the second pick and they're already like making rocket science out of it.
Easy pick, Death Prophet, go. The silence, extremely good against Tidehunter. What? Alchemist, you couldn't have reserved that hero for a later stage.
Yeah.
I mean, how likely would it have been that this hero gets banned out in the second phase?
Yeah, nobody's focused on the Alchemist at the moment. We've seen in the past, like in the past 2 days even, some Alchemists coming out in a support position, in a roaming support position even, and in a farming position. But I don't know. It's a hero that definitely does not appear in the bans, and therefore you could have just waited with it. You have just put it somewhere else, because now Klims has actually, the opportunity to ban out more of the push, the potential push. So one is already out. The Nature's Prophet just came, and the Death Prophet might just follow up, and that means for Flipside, I don't know, very limited Death Ball potential.
Well, at least at the moment, for sure. They can still strengthen it a little bit. Not a little bit, even a lot, if they really want to focus on that. But then, where would the Alchemist come into play? But Klims, they do ban out an Enigma now, going for a Brewmaster for themselves. So man, their ultimates, they're pretty damn scary. And Flipside now, they have to draft really carefully, because if they ever want to team fight into Glimpse, they're gonna need early BKBs, or just some heroes that can either somehow dodge the Ravage, or I don't even know, man.
Yeah, no, right now I mean, we have so much disable already. We are facing a Ravage, we are facing a Primal Split, which is very likely to get through unless the Brewmaster really gets caught out by initial stun or initial like disable of the Shadow Shaman, for example. But we also deal with a Silence on the other side, and Silence, Ravage, Primal Split, and then of course the two Cyclones, the two Boulder Tosses. I don't know, like this is a lot to deal with already. And Flipside, I don't know, like I really feel bad about this Alchemist pick, but it's just a draft. It's, of course, important part of the game, but then again, let's see. A Tinker is getting picked up. Okay, that's a greedy pick, and it's an interesting matchup for the mid. Kind of vulnerable against the Skywrath Mage rotation, I have to say, because there's a double slow. The Brewmaster, like first the Skywrath Mage can open, of course, with the concussive shot, and then we have the Thunderclap right after, which is a double slow. If perfectly executed, the Tinker can't really do anything against it. So he needs either some backup or already full HP and helping himself under the tier 1 tower. But with his limited HP pool right at the start, it might be really dangerous for him. So let's see. I don't like this pick either. I mean, I like the pick, I like the hero, but facing a Skywrath Mage and a Brewmaster potentially mid, it's a dangerous endeavor.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I overall kind of like a Brewmaster against Tinker, because once you go into the Primal Split, even the Martial Machines just isn't gonna enough to stop the Brewmaster, of course. And even the Tidehunter's Ravage, the Tinker, once he has his Blink Dagger, he's probably just gonna come in, blink into the trees and spam his spells from there. But the Tidehunter Ravage might even tip him there. And if they just have vision from anything, the Skywrath Mage can easily set the Mystic Flare on top of him. So like you said, it's an extremely greedy pick. And like with most Tinker games, it just all comes down to whether the Tinker gets shut down or not. And I really love the Storm Spirit pick as well.
Yep, Storm Spirit. This is the perfect counter against the Tinker. Like, the Tinker can be easily detected by the Storm Spirit. Just zipping into the trees wherever the Tinker just blink is an easy pick-off. And yeah, we actually saw that today already, like Storm Spirit being picked as a counter against the Tinker. I'm not sure, maybe I was solo casting earlier that day and you were on another game, but it doesn't really matter. Fact is, the Storm Spirit is really a nice pick against the Tinker. Then again, also a hero that is also easily burst down. If a stun is coming through with a Tinker burst, maybe even the Ether Shock, is a hero that very likely to die. The same goes for the Skywrath Mage. Like, the downside of Klim's draft is, of course, they need the initiative. They need to land everything. They need to execute. If they make any small mistake, like a gap between the stuns, between the disables, then there's actually quite some burst also on Flipside's side, which, it sounds funny, Flipside's side. But either way, they have 2 more picks, and to be honest, I need something substantial, like something that I think I could really see some tankiness.
Centaur,
A Bristleback.
Yeah, Bristleback, Centaur, something
But
like
a
that.
Bristleback also doesn't yield any disable. That's the biggest problem. It's just someone who can actually survive this. Is someone also who can potentially carry a pipe. And to be honest, I have the feeling the pipe is definitely needed, because look at the summary of spells and magical or potential magical damage that's coming out here on the other side. But Nyx Assassin. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, Nyx, not a bad hero in theory against Storm Spirit with the mana burn, of course. Spike Carapace can help out in multiple cases, but
I mean, it's an easy kill on the Skywrath Mage, but then again, in like, the problem is, even if the Skywrath Mage dies, if he gets, I don't know, the seal out, for example, then the Nyx Assassin is an easy kill, especially if he doesn't get Spike Carapace through. So I don't know if that Nyx Assassin is actually working out. It's quite nice because of the Tinker, because the Nyx Assassin often provides you some vision, especially with the Vendetta, so you actually have an opening there. And let's see. I mean, the Nyx Assassin is going to be really, I'm not saying a key hero, but he's one of those heroes that can either horribly fail or go amazingly right in some ways. So let's see. I mean, Storm Spirits, Mana Burn, yes. Skywrath Mage ganks, yes. Maybe even a disable on the Brewmaster, like getting an initial stun before he gets into the Primal Split, and then a follow-up stun of Alchemist or Shadow Shaman. These are all scenarios I can think of, but the problem is always like at the end, there is like this dark cloud called Titan on the horizon, which is, yeah, it's like hanging over you, and he's, whenever something goes wrong, he just ravages, and that's it. And we don't have BKB heroes on the other side as well. Like, who's gonna build a BKB? Maybe Alchemist. That's it. No one else is gonna build a BKB. Also, a BKB rush on a Tinker is like the last thing you want.
Yeah, I mean, Shadow Shaman, of course, they want to go for it, but they're not gonna get it anytime soon unless they completely dominate. There are just too many items that they have to prioritize first, like Blink Dagger, of course, then Yagan Scepter to follow up. And this Nyx Assassin pick, I mean, with this, they do have a lot of stuns, you were already talking about it. But actually, if the Nyx Assassin should be offlane, Skywrath Mage is pretty good against that, because Nyx Assassin really relies on the Spike Carapace to actually escape from ganks. But if Skywrath Mage gets the Ancient Seal on before, and they get the stuns and everything during that, then Nyx Assassin's escape method, so to say, will be disabled and glimpse. Well, they go for some additional lockdown of their own now, picking up the Leshrac. Although, they don't have the best setup for the Split Earth at all.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't like the Leshrac pickup. I mean, it depends what they go for, as in, like, maybe this is just the Edict build to give some sort of push potential into the draft. Spice it, you know, with some pressure on the towers early on, if you, like, somewhere have some sort of advantage. But it clings. Like, if I look at it, now we have a Shadow Shaman, Tinker, Nyx Assassin, clings, all heroes with a very low HP pool. Alchemist, the HP gain was also removed from his ultimate, so he can just help himself with HPS gain as such. And I don't know, the clings, the only good thing I can think about now when it comes to the clings is that he's definitely going to be an Orchid carrier. And simply for that reason, it's quite nice. Then there's a problem that you have just too many targets on the other side. You wanna Orchid. I mean, the Skywrath Mage would be, of course, an easy gank target if you find him alone. The Storm would be one target, yes, Orchid him up, and he's an easy kill. But then again, there's also the Tidehunter who can make something happen. The Tidehunter Orchid, that's not really worth it. If you Orchid him too early, then the Kraken Shell is just gonna remove all the debuffs, and he's getting his Ravage through either way. For the Brewmaster, it's interesting. So I think Brewmaster and Storm are gonna be the priority targets for the Orchid on the clings. Now there was brain fart right there. Either way, we're gonna introduce the team really fast, starting again with the dire side. We have the Storm here in the safe lane, poke Bunny, and he's gonna meet Jenkins. They're like, hey, hi, blink, blink, and they're going back. I don't think there's anything happening, so I'm going back to the mid here. We have Bitrate on the Leshrac, Angra playing the Skywrath Mage. Then in the mid, we're gonna have stand-in Phaeton, and last but not least, Lutz. Lutz? That's actually a funny name. You know, it's a German forename, actually. Lutz.
It sounds awesome, to be honest. But for Flip.Side, NA, New Sham will be playing on, well, what looks like it's going to be a support Nyx Assassin with, well,
Awesome
bunch of
set.
boxes on the Shadow Shaman. Oh man, that name. Shredder will be playing the Clinks, leaving Great White Buffalo to play the Tinker mid lane, and the last one is the Jenkins on the off-lane Alchemist of all heroes.
Yep, absolutely. But I think you're the cameraman today, so please show the guys this set on the Clinks. It's just amazing. It looks just awesome. I love this one.
On the Clinks.
On the Nyx. You know what I mean. I'm confused. It's night shift. No, actually, it's morning shift now. But yeah.
It's actually not too shabby, although,
Oh,
man, whatever you do to a bug will still look nasty.
Oh, in the mid, the funny thing is, I already mentioned it in the draft, but in the mid we had already this first attempt coming out, but the Tinker, yeah, he reacted pretty nicely. He was already going to the most right side there in the mid, and therefore like the concussive shot was just not enough. But this is exactly the combo they were looking for, like the concussive shot into Thunderclap, and then the Tinker can't really do anything.
They find
The
Jenkins
first
though, the
hit-
slow is there, he's channeling his stun. Splitter, no, bitrate. He waited so long for it, might still land it. Nice juke, and Jenkins, he's gonna get away thanks to that. And actually he's already level 2 as well, because he just soaked up one wave worth of XP while the supports were hanging around mid lane.
Yep, but now he's definitely gonna lose a lot though. I mean, he has a stout shield, so the harass of the Scarab Mage is quite limited, but still, they drive him out. He's at least losing a creep wave worth of XP.
And by the way, do you know why the hell bitrate waited for the split turf? He just waited for the concussive shot's effectiveness to fade off before he started even trying to go for the split turf.
I don't know, like, I thought the execution was really bad. I think he could have used that concussive shot when he's attempting to run away, giving the Storm even time to, you know, reach him. So you have actually the overload, like also having a second slow. And based on that, you could have tried a split earth, but they kind of mixed it up. The concussive shot came first with a long cooldown. And yeah, this way it just didn't work out. So everybody is back to the lanes. It's all about soaking as much XP as possible. But I don't know, on the Tide Hunter, I don't think we're gonna see an early go, because at least level 3 Searing Arrows are needed.
Well, you say that, but they're going right now. The Shackles come out, Newsham, with the Invis Rune, Impale to follow up, and it's gonna be first blood.
Okay. Now I didn't expect the Nyx there to come. I only considered the Shadow Shaman, plus of course the Klings, and then 1 point Kraken Shell. It should have removed at least, I don't know, maybe it was still enough. But yeah, with the Nyx coming in, easy going, and there we have our first blood.
And actually at the moment, Jenkins as the Alchemist has hit level 3 as well. The supports, they aren't doing an excellent job just pulling the creep wave at the moment. And of course this Observer Ward spots out their movements, and they've used 2 Sentry Wards to try to find it, and just to no avail. So 2 sentries just wasted, 200 gold down the drain, and they can't really even just
so unfortunate,
surprise the
actually.
Alchemist.
The positioning is so unfortunate. It's like, I don't know, just I don't know, some units away. And in the end, he still has vision, and they just spend 200 gold to get a ward that they don't get.
Yeah, and actually mid lane the Tinker is bullying Phaeton on the Brewmaster a little bit. Last hit twice, yes, Brewmaster is still loading in his own. Now Bottle Crowing as well. But Buffalo, he has 2 points into laser, 2 points into rocks, but Phaeton, he's going for the rest now, but the mischance is there from the laser, and I think great by Buffalo. Yeah, he's gonna make it out.
Yep.
Bottom lane, Lutz.
It's risky what the Tinker is doing. I mean, some viewers, they say like, oh, HeflaTV is always saying the same, but it is like a combat Tinker build is a very dangerous thing. If he fails, if he dies right now, which actually might happen, because there is the slow split off. If it hits, it does.
Why not wait for the slow properly, Tinker? Going for the laser, still gonna go down to the Thunderclap. Actually, he brings down one as well, and long range Shackles. Ether Shock probably not gonna be enough anyway.
Yeah. It was actually nice because he saw himself dying there already, so he was like, okay, I just gonna take that Skyrifle Mage with me, because he was anyway under tower attack. So yeah, he's coming back. Now they needed a Shackle. Now exactly they needed a Shackle, but maybe the rockets are still... No, he doesn't use the rockets. There was no second Ether Shock or anything like that on the Shadow Shaman, even though if he would have pursued, maybe, but Brown Boots versus no Brown Boots, but the Klings gets the solo kill on the Tide Hunter. Too fast to cast.
Yeah, just using that level 1 strafe, getting that damage done, and of course level 3 Searing Arrows. That damage output is pretty damn godly, and of course Lutz, he doesn't even have a stout shield, so no blocking damage there. And this Klinks, he's already level 6, pre 5 minutes, farming like an animal, but he actually went for a Soul Ring. I don't mind that item at all, to be honest, because otherwise Klinks sometimes just, they do struggle with mana.
I don't know, like we've been so negative about the draft, but at the moment it really works out. Like, this is the worst case scenario, of course. Oh, in the mid, maybe a Shackle. Yep, there are the Shackles, right clicks, and the rockets maybe as a finisher. He's not level 6, I can't believe that. He is 1 creep away from level 6. This is so unfortunate. 1 more creep that he would have just gone in Primal Split and bye-bye. But yep, perfect timing there in the mid 4 gank. So Tinker, I think we can by now announce that the mid is won, unless something huge is happening to the Tinker. So the combat build is working out. Now just imagine this was a March of the Machine Tinker. This kill would not have been possible. That's the upside of a combat Tinker build. That's why I like it. Yeah,
the burst damage is really like Jenkins. He's really going for the solo kill, throws out the stun just to make sure not to stun himself. But I mean, the Alchemist, he's already level 5.5. He hasn't missed almost any XP at all. And Shadow Shaman, he's also almost level 5 thanks to just being there
bottom.
with the kills.
There's a stun on. Oh, that Titan, they're taking so much damage now. Nice little. Oh god, one more. That was one more searing arrow needed. They don't get it, but at least they achieved to get the Tidehunter again out of lane. And you've been just talking about the offlaners, and yes, the Alchemist is doing absolutely amazing. He's almost level 6, and now maybe I get even more. The Storm Spirit also not level 6. I can't believe it. They have perfect timing on their ganks at the moment. It's just amazing. Like they get all the time the ganks when I don't know. When
they're gonna get bit rate as well.
Whoa, what a kill. But this is just amazing. Like the timing in the mid was perfect. Getting the Panda just 20 points in XP before he's level 6 and can help himself. And even the Storm, he could have stepped out easily out of this, but look at his XP, 587. He was even closer to level 6 than the other one. But now he's level 6. This time it won't be that easy.
Oh, but the shackles onto Angra. The unstable concoction being channeled. Skyfish will fall down, but Shadow Shaman, he has to turn around. No, oh my god. He just got body blocked by Jenkins.
This is the time where you spam your teammate. You're like, oh, you're fucking suka, bled.
Well, he would have gone down anyway. Storm Spirit was level 6, now level 7 even. But actually, look at Jenkins' item. He's going for the medallion early on for their team just to help out with the damage. And if the Klinks gets close to anybody with the medallion debuff on them, that damage output, especially early on, I mean, nobody can survive that.
Yep, absolutely. So 5 kills advantage at the moment here, 7th minute in. And it works out in each and every lane. The offlane was an absolute success. The roaming of the Rasta worked perfectly. And the Klinks also in the safe lane getting much more farm. The Tidehunter is kind of lost in his lane. Maybe now they try to do something, but they need the level on the Tidehunter. If they had, now there's slower silence.
Oh yeah, he's already way too far away. They just can't get anything accomplished at the moment. I mean,
The funny part is
level 3, Leshrac level, no, well, just got level 3 as well.
Yeah, but the funny part is the Nyx was just there for like just showing his body, his manly bug body, and saying like, hey yo guys, if you chase, we're gonna kill you. The fun part is the Nyx assassin had no mana whatsoever for anything but a spike carapace, so he couldn't have done anything but right clicking, and I don't know. Flames didn't check his mana pool, so they didn't pursue anything.
Mass Serpent was down for a like 200 HP tower, but
yeah,
I guess they ensure the kill. No deny comes out of it, and but look at the item on Shredder. He has an ogre club in the inventory, so is he really not going Orchid in a game like this? Are you kidding me?
No, he's going for a BKB rush. He's saying like, no, Storm Spirit is not gonna get a kill. Because, I mean, right now, like, he might have farm and everything, he might have XP, but he still needs a lot of HP, especially when his ultimate is down. He's the easy kill. Storm Spirit only needs to invest like 180 gold, and the Klinks is always the easy kill, just to snack in between. If he really does a BKB rush, Ravage, Skyrath, Mage, Silence, all that stuff can't really touch him, and that's why I like it.
And actually, oh wait, mid lane, never mind, Brewmaster gets far enough away, but looking at the Storm Spirit poke bunny, he's actually maxed out Overload instead of maxing out Electric Vortex, and it might have to do something about him being up against a melee hero or something on the lane, but how would you rate that skill build?
What? Sorry, which hero?
The Storm Spirit maxing out Overload instead of Electric Vortex.
It is actually, I don't know, like it's some play it this way, some play it the other way. At the moment he doesn't need the Vortex because the lane is lost. The supports try to roam, try to make something happening, and oh, by the way, there's the Klinks, finds the Skyrath Mage.
What was it, 4 right clicks, maybe 5?
That was 5 searing arrows. He just got the seal off, and that's it. But yeah, the Storm at the moment, he doesn't need the Vortex. Like with the Overload, he can actually secure, I don't know, some more damage, especially when they chase something. He's relying on the slow of the Panda as well as the Earth Split. But I don't know, the Earth Split is not hitting, and that's a huge problem. But now they want to go for that Storm. But this is a hard one. Now the Storm has to be really fast. They have no Hex.
Shadow Shaman in range. And Shadow Shaman doesn't have a single point into Hex. What are these builds? They're just going for something way different. Oh, that ward trap, but they didn't get the lockdown, and Primal Split comes out. This should be an easy kill on the Shadow Shaman slow with the Ancient Seal as well, helping out. And yeah, he goes down, but Shredder, he's on the hunt on the backlines.
Yep, but they're still coming in. They're still coming in. They wait till the Panda ultimate is out.
Unstable conversion poke bunny. No, he doesn't get his ultimate. 1 right click, that's all they need. Shredder finishes him up. Now the Thunderclap comes, but Skeleton Walk, he just barely had enough mana for it. Oh, the Ravage, it catches Jenkins. He doesn't have the Chemical Rage. He's not reaching up health fast enough. Or is he? Unstable Concoction once again. Can he back himself out of the Shredder? He comes in Angra. He's going to go down. One more right click. 4 right clicks. It's all it takes.
He's suiciding the Alchemist. Like, he was not getting that unstable concoction away. He was killing himself. But now they go here on the Titan. There's the Shackles. Like, a nice Thunderclap, but the other Shock is going to finish that business. The Panda has no option but just to get the hell out of there. Because, yeah, otherwise there would be maybe new Shackles. And with a soon ready Soaring again, they might even get the kill on the Panda. So in the end, definitely a better trade for for Flip.Side here. I don't know. This was even without the Tinker. The Tinker, in the meantime, he's like, yo, guys, I'm just finishing my BOTs here, getting my Soaring up, and then let's go.
Well, on the upside for Glimpse, Phaeton has picked up the Blink Dagger on the Brewmaster now. But of course, his ultimate is still on cooldown for a minute or so as Jenkins. His standing Unstable Concoction started a little bit too soon. But man, looking at the net worth, Shredder, he is so out of control on the Clinks. He has the BKB finished already as well, just brought out to him 12 minutes into the game, and his net worth is surpassing everybody else by 2,500.
Yep, absolutely, and I don't know, now Flip.Side, they have enough of advantage just to go for the tier 1 tower, and that is also the first, but we have a go here in the mid on the Tinker, and he's really low. Now you see the power of Overload there, like, he really got a lot of Overload hits into the Tinker, and the Tinker going down. I mean, he did not lose much because he just... Oh, another go here on the Shadow Shaman. He's getting the wards out. There's a nice little stick use, but in the end, nobody's really dying from that. It's just some, yo guys, you shall not pass. But, okay, 2-for-0 trade, pretty decent. But yeah, back to the Tinker. Like, this gank, yes, it's cool. They get the kill, but he didn't lose any gold there. He just bought the Soaring shortly before he died.
But top lane, they're going in Blink, Thunderclap, Primal Split as well, Jenkins. Already channeling his stun, but yeah, he's gonna stun himself. Doesn't commit to suicide this time around.
That would have been so funny if he gets the second suicide. And now, oh my god, that go here on the Clinks. He's slowed by the lightning, and the Edict was ticking for a bit, but hell, this is a level 1 Edict. No, it's actually a level 2 Edict now, but still, yeah, the Clinks is just too fat by this. They need the Storm to catch him, to hold him, and then they need a split off or a silence, anything like that. More lockdown for the Clinks at the moment required.
By the way, did the Shadow Shaman TP into mid lane from the top lane to try to help out the Tinker, or did he come from base? Or because if he did come from top lane, I didn't understand why he just didn't go for the tower trade, just put down my Serpent Force there, but he might have not come for there, so I don't know, but they are going for mid lane, and of course March of the Machines should ensure that Glimpse won't have any just chance to even counter push or...
Oh, but top, oh, the Tight Hunter, he wants to go in for the Rouch, but he's getting stunned before double stunned actually. That was a nice impale as well as the concussive shot, so tower secure, Klinks is gonna get it, that helps him even more, and the Tight Hunter is getting just, yeah, destroyed very easily, and with the Tight Hunter down, they can go even for more. No Primal Split, nothing to fear. Oh, Alchemist, that one is bad. He's gonna stun himself.
At least there's nobody in Glimpse to just take advantage of that situation. But Poke Bunny, he's... Oh, never mind, he has the Orchid recipe actually in the courier, so 14-15 minute Orchid, a really good timing on that.
Yep, and they don't commit completely to the tier 2 tower here. The Nyx Assassin actually standing in, and yep, the tower taken by the Shadow Shaman with the Master Open Wards. That's 2 towers and the kill within 2 minutes. Like, that is just YOLO. GPM is raining down here on them, and I don't know, they have Arcanes now on the Nyx. I mean, the Alchemist has anyway nice sustain. The Klinks can just eat himself up with the... say it. with his ultimate. I think the Tinker should actually use the bottle on his teammates. Now he does. Yeah. Like, I was just about to point it out, but now he's using the charges on the Klings and just going back.
Assassin, he spotted everybody out. When they got past everybody, they popped the dust as well, but a little bit too late. Oh my god.
He didn't. No,
disaster.
Dust didn't connect. That is too bad. But he's under a sentry. That poor little bug. He's so getting squished.
Yeah, he felt totally overconfident by just...
Yeah, he was like, lo, you didn't hit me with the dust, so let's go YOLO. And then he just ran directly into the sentry wall.
It was tactical dust, man.
That was bait. I baited you. It doesn't come closer.
How next level would that actually be if somebody thought that? It's like, yeah, we'll pop the dust randomly. We'll get out of range of him first, pop the dust, so he would run into sentries.
Oh well, I guess he didn't.
If
check
somebody
the
thinks
inventory.
that he is just destined to fail because he's probably gonna lose more gold in the long run than he makes.
You think? Oh, the Alchemist. What's the Alchemist doing here? That's yeah. Blink Dagger instantly out here in the top lane. But well, the Tinker with the Klings already working on a tier 2 tower here. Backdoor protection is not anymore because there is a creep wave. Is there also a siege engine? Yes, there is a siege engine. If they wanted, they could have even gone for more because the Skywrath Mage was the only one defending there. And if that Skywrath Mage comes just a tiny bit too
They
close...
want mid lane instead. They used the Mass Weapon for Shackles to ensure that there's no primal split, and Tinker just helps out with heat-seeking missiles.
Easy peasy kill. So yeah, I take that back. It was good that the Tinker was hit out, but I think the Klings could have made a bit more happening here. Like, how far is the Klings anyway with the Orchid? At the moment we have 1 quarter stuff. Yeah, a quarter stuff plus our Oblivion stuff. So he needs 425.
He's like 1.1k, I think, as Poke Bunny uses all of his mana to get the hell out of there. And yeah, he got the TP
Oh, but
out.
the Nyx. Oh, there's the dust. Yep. Dust, I mean, I smoke from the Rastan. That's an easy kill, just holding him with the shackles. I was just about to say, oh my god, the Nyx should know by now there is a sentry waiting for him, but since it was just 1 versus 2, like 1 in the Vendetta and the other one with the smoke, like easy kill. Like the roaming supports really work out, and that gives them exactly the space they need. The Tinker now here at the dual point mid camps, just farming those creep waves. He's getting really fat. Blink Dagger down on him, of course, and next step is gonna be, I guess, the Dagon, because he has the nulls anyway, so he might as well just use this one to go directly into the Dagon. And then the question is that really Dagon E-played or something else? New Vendetta is up. It's just a level 1 Vendetta, so it's quite limited, but sure, they don't have to fear any tower, so he might as well just turn around. But then again, Vendetta, really short duration. It might be enough for a Skywrath Mage kill, for sure.
Actually, Shredder, he might be in trouble. Skeleton Walk comes out. No, never mind. Nobody else gets in range. I was like, Fate down. If he had carried the dust, would have gotten the kill.
Stun!
Oh!
Free!
I mean, what a stun.
And he's running. Run, little bug. Run. No, they definitely not gonna get him. They need a second slow. And I think that they're just saying hello with all those rockets and making sure nobody's running through that marching machine. So, yep, 18 minutes in.
Oh, but Jenkins gets silenced up, gets electric vortex as well. Will he stun himself or can he get it onto Poke Bunny? Oh, he denied himself.
This Alchemist.
And Tinker is gonna get the burst or no? His laser is only level 2. If only he had 2 more points into it.
Yeah, that's too bad. The laser just too weak. But this Alchemist is like the master of suiciding. Like, he's some Harakiri guy.
It's actually really funny as well. It's not the easiest thing to pull
Look,
off, I
we
think.
have a smoke. We have a 3-man smoke now, and when the Storm has full mana, full HP, they can actually go for something here. Maybe focusing on the Klings or on... Yep, that is awesome. Yes.
Oh, they popped the Ravish for Shredder. He already had his BKB. Going for the right clicks. Agra, the first target hit rate. Gonna be the second one. Now Tinker, he joins the fight and Lutz goes down. Poke Bunny taken out as the 4th one. And...
4 for null. What a reaction there by Flip.Sid3. That 4 stuff out of the Mystica Flare. So... that was an awesome play. That was damn awesome. Also the Nyx Assassin just getting the Spike Carapace through shortly before he dies himself, and that stun just secured the Storm kill. A 4 for null trade, and with that it really looks dire for the dire side here. I have to say it like that, because tier 3 tower is down, and to be honest, what should stop them from getting even more?
yeah, and Shredder, I mean, he has the Orchid recipe in the stash, but I mean, they're winning fights without the Orchid. And he has another 1.5k on top of that, so can finish power threads, or maybe even just go straight up Boots of Travel, YOLO mode. But at the moment, nothing seems to be stopping them. And in that fight, Lutz, he actually finally had the mech as well. I'm not even too sure if he got the chance to pop it at all. This is just one disaster after another, really, for them.
I'm just, oh, Storm Spirit just got a solo kill on the Alchemist. This time he didn't manage to suicide, but I was just laughing about the chat because there are some really mad people that probably just lose their bet on, because they bet on Klims or so. But they should have listened to me, I told them.
Always bet on people who are tagged up properly, so it's a sign that they're actually a team.
No, I gave them, this time I gave them tips, like they're always asking, Heflaman, what should I bet on? Oh no, we have Brewmaster versus Nyx.
Oh, and actually they catch Shredder as well, the silence. He has the BKB, really turn it around. He still doesn't have his own Orchid. The recipe hasn't done right, but
yeah. He spent his entire mana for this attack. That's...
Well, Brewmaster actually gets a kill onto Shadow Shaman, so it's not a bad trade. Well, Not a horrible trade, I guess. It is a bad, but yeah, it could have gone worse. But Shredder has his Orchid now, and is he gonna go back in? Lutz, he doesn't have his Ravage yet. He has the mech though.
Yep, they want to re-engage.
Oh, Jenkins, he goes in, silence onto Phaeton. Will the... Oh, never mind. Phaeton's still alive somehow. Hitsuki missiles flying. They go in, nice impale onto 2 heroes. He's playing so well on the Nyx Assassin. One more right click Jenkins, that's all he needs, I think. Is he gonna get the chase? The slow from the concussive shot and blink out. Oh man, that was so clutch.
Yep, that was actually a nice silence, nice reaction there. But in the end, the Tinker is still getting the Tidehunter kill there by a rocket just following him. So they still get the tier 2 tower, and a definitely better trade. This is now 10 kills advantage, 20 minutes in. We have a fast look on the crafts. This is 12k in experience and 20k in gold. This seal is almost sealed.
Oh, Poke Bunny, he gets stunned, impaled to follow up as well. They need some extra damage to Jenkins. Chemical Rage activated, so his regen is pretty damn good. But is it good enough under the tower? A4 step, nope. Overload actually gets the kill. They're gonna go for more. Shadow Shaman is dropping low, will be taken out by Poke Bunny. Shredder, BKB activated the silence onto Phaeton a little bit too late. And he's actually dropping low, has to escape, but Dagon from Great White Buffalo gets a kill, but he's gonna go down as well. Oh, Nyx, he came in just to get ravaged.
They should still get him. The next overload hit. Oh, but no, the Storm actually using that one. Now he still gets the kill, but I was like, man, why do you spend the overload on a creep? I mean, in the end, they get like 4 people down, but only that after the tier 3 down. That means the second Rex is exposed, and another huge fight. And Flip.Sid can start to take Rexes here with the Klings maybe even starting to split push or something. I mean, he doesn't have to fear anything. That's the funny part with the BKB he has. The BKB rush really worked out for him.
Yeah, it most certainly did. And his farm is just so damn sick. He's still almost doubling the net worth of the Brewmaster. So yeah, man. What's his next item gonna be? Is he gonna just go for Daedalus now, or... Monkey King Bar actually wouldn't be too bad up against Brewmaster.
Yeah, but... Then again, yeah, he just has to fear the Brawler actually, and the haze is anyway off because he is under the effect of BKB, but that wears off, and I mean, we just saw how long sometimes the fights actually last. So yeah, MKB, why not? It's nice attack speed, it is a nice damage value on that item, so yeah, sure, MKB would be interesting.
We will see if they can just get a few pickoffs and then go get those racks down finally. Because Shadow Shaman, of course, has the Mass Serpent Wards at the ready. They are level 2. And oh, the hunt has begun. Shredder gets spotted by the sentry. And...
Yep. I wonder how much money they spent already on the sentry. And actually, oh, the next assassin here running in the sentry. Is there a dust? No, they don't use dust. Okay.
They don't like getting kills. They really don't.
No, that might have been a bait anyway. Because look, they are on Roshan. But this is supposed to be a sneaky Roshan. But this might actually be a disaster Roshan.
Oh, blink,
no Ravage though.
Shredder down to half HP. Gonna get slowed down by the concussive shot and Shadow Shaman. Well, he's most likely gonna fall. Another Thunderclap, of course, came out because the Aghanims is there on the Brewmaster. Now he's still running away somehow. Arcane Bolts, Flying Tinker comes in to help a little bit. Boulder Tot! Oh, he finally gets the finish up kill. So, actually, Flip.Sid, they're not on the ball, but now Jenkins gets silenced up. Is he gonna stun himself once again? Yes, he is, but he gets the stun onto Leisure. There's the Mystic Player, gets that one kill. Impale onto 3 heroes. The kill of 1. The Spike Carapace activated. Poke Bunny is silenced up by Shredder, and now the cleanup crew has arrived. Phaeton, can he actually TP out?
Yeah, he managed to TP, but Jesus Christ, those impales. A triple impale, then instant mana burning, like one of the 4 down. The one who actually didn't get stunned. This was the perfect setup. I mean, till the point where the Nyx came in, this fight was good for Klims. Like, they maybe even like could have gotten there, like the Nyx and the Klings kill, then just turn around and take that, I don't know, 1000 HP Roshan or whatever was left. But with this happening, that triple impale, and then the BKB Klings just coming in and with no counter right clicks whatsoever, that was just a horrible outcome for Klims there. This fight was decided in the last 2 seconds of it, pretty much.
Yeah, it actually at the start looked kind of decent for Glimpse, but there's just that such a heavy disadvantage already. 25k gold, 14,000 XP, and well, Tidehunter didn't even get to pop his Ravage. This must be one of the poorest Tidehunters I have seen, like, all month long.
Yeah, pretty much. The Tidehunter got nothing. He's the mech carrier with brown boots, 900 gold on top of it. It's... I don't know, but then again... what can you expect? He was against that Klings, got into ganks, and I don't know. His Ravages were also not the most famous ones. So, let's see.
I mean, they can be famous, but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I guess. That was a Shiva Ravage. But oh, look at the Storm. Going for a huge sub. 80% of his mana
Jenkins
there.
gonna turn it around. He gets poked by it. Will they get anything? Finally, a splitter does connect though. There is the Ravage final. Jenkins. He's gonna go down in the Mystic Prayer. He's taking missiles, helping out a little bit. It is a 1-for-1 so far. And Shadow Shaman somehow still alive. Goes into the safety of the Serpent Wars. And Angra, 1 HP. Nope. March of the Machines finishes him up.
Why was that Brewmaster not part of that fight? I don't understand.
Yeah. He just doesn't give a hoot.
Yeah, maybe he's the guy who was like, hey guys, that's GG. But I don't know, like I think he had the option of definitely going in there, finishing off the Klings and going for something else with Primal Split. But I mean, this game, it was lost just by a very nice execution in the early game. And we were absolutely wrong when it came to the draft, because those heroes where I was afraid that they don't get through because they have nice counter picks were actually those heroes who had the best farm on Flip.Side, and once that happened, like the draft disadvantage shifted completely to one side. We had a Tinker who didn't have to fear a Storm anymore. We had a Tidehunter who was so underfarmed and a Klings who was so overfarmed that he didn't have to fear anything. That BKB rush was probably the best decision of his life ever, because he didn't have to fear anything. No Storm, no Panda, no Tidehunter, no Skyroth Mage could do anything to him, and therefore easy chip away. The draft was dangerous, but it worked out completely well. And game number 2, yeah, will come up in just a second.
Yeah, I think it was just a matter of a different skill level, but we will see how they will fare in game number 2, because we have seen so many 1-1s already as it is, just turnarounds in game number 2s. But guys, so don't go anywhere, because this is a 2-game series, and yeah, we're gonna go straight into it, just some songs in between.